Hi, my name is Rizqi Kukuh Pambudi, and I will explain definition, benefits, how it works, and types of cloud computing. First, definition of cloud computing. Cloud computer is a combination of the use of computer technology on the network with internet-based development that has the function to run the program through a computer that is connected at the same time. Please be advised that not all computers connected to the internet using cloud computers. In other definition, cloud computing technology allows users to run the program without having to install anything at first. Second, benefit of cloud computing. There are several benefits for using cloud computing technology. First, data stored on a server centrally. Second, data security. The third, flexibility and scalability. Four, long-term investment. Next, how it works. Sharing and storing data. Cloud computing in turn refers to sharing resource, software, and information via a network, in this case, the internet. The information is stored on physical server, maintained and controlled by a cloud computing provider, such as Apple in regards to iCloud. The last, types of cloud computing. There are several types for cloud computing based on the functionality. First, infrastructure as a service. Second, platform as a service. Third, software as a service.
Hello, my name is Lestari and I'm here to introduction grid computing. Grid computing, also called distributed computing, is a collection of computers working together to perform various tasks. It distributes the workload across multiple systems, allowing computers to contribute their individual resources to common goal. A computer grid is similar to a cluster, but a system on grid has its own resource management. In general, a grid computing infrastructure component must address several potential complicated areas in many stages of implementation. There are 1. Security, 2. Resource management, 3. Information service, and 4. Data management. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Indra and I will present to you a cloud computing topic about virtualization. First of all, Rick F. van der Laan said about what is virtualization in Data Virtualization for Business Intelligence System. Virtualization means that applications can use a resource without any concern for where it resides, what the technical interface is, how it has been implemented, which platform it uses, and how much of it is available. There are 5 reasons using virtualization. First, sharing. For break up large resource, large capacity, or high speed. Example like servers. Second, isolation. For protection from other tenants, like virtual private network. Third, aggregating. For combine many resources into one, like storage, and dynamic for fast allocation, change, mobility, load balancing, like virtual machines. And last is of management, like is distribution, development, deployment, and testing. Next, the advantage of using virtualization. First, minimize hardware costs. You can create multiple virtual servers on one physical hardware. Then easy move VMs to other data centers. Virtualization provides disaster recovery and for hardware maintenance easily. Then consolidate idle workloads. Usage is burstly and asynchronous. Can use in increased device utilization. Conserve power. Virtualization can free up unused physical resources. Easier automation. Virtualization can simplify provisioning or administration of hardware and software. Last, scalability and flexibility for multiple operating systems in virtual format. Then, virtualization division in computing. There are three main sections in computing area. There are storage, computing, and networking. For example, in storage, like virtual memory, L1, L2, L3, virtual CD, virtual disk, or RAID, cloud storage. In computing, there are virtual desktop, virtual server, virtual data center, VMS, and cloud. In networking, there are virtual channels, virtual LAN, and virtual private network. Server virtualization concepts. In general, there are three main sections in server virtualization concept. First, host OS, which is the system operation running on bare metal or hardware. Second, guest OS, the operation system running above host OS, like Windows XP mode on Windows 7. And last, hypervisor, software to support multiple virtual machines. In hypervisor, there are two types. First type, run on bare metals like Xen, VMware ESXi, and type 2, run on host OS like Microsoft Virtual PC. And type 0. Type 0 is combined from type 1 and type 2. For example, like Linux KVM. There are several levels in virtualization. User virtualization, application virtualization, desktop virtualization, service virtualization, operating system virtualization, server, storage, until network virtualization. There are many related concepts related into virtualization, like hardware simulation, hardware assist virtualization, parallel virtual machines, and para-virtualization. In my last slide, there are many virtualization products already in market. Usually, people use for virtualization is several products below. First, Linux KVM, Microsoft Virtual PC, Xen Project, VMware, VirtualBox, and Microsoft Hyper-V.
Hello, my name is Ahmad Ramadan. I will try to explain about computational distribution of cloud computing. What is the computational distribution of cloud computing? This is this activity is a collection of several computers that are connected to perform distribution such as sending and receiving data and other interaction between computers that require a network for one computer and another to interconnect and interact. These are done with cloud computing as we know to provide service where the information is stored on the server permanently and stored on the client computer temporarily. Distributed computing is one of goal of cloud computing because offer access to results in parallel. User can also use if simulation not having to wait in the queue for service consisting of many systems so that if one system crashes would be affected, that it can save operational costs because it does not require research. This computational distribution has the definition of studying the coordinate use of physically separate of distributed computer. In this distributed computing, the program is split into several parts simultaneously run on many computers connected via the internet network. Thanks for watching presentation about computational distribution of cloud computing.
Hi, my name is Elfrida. Now I want to describe about distribution of computing in cloud computing. The first one is MapReduce. MapReduce is a programming module released by Google for the purpose of processing large data that is broken down into small distributed data components through thousands of clustered computers. The MapReduce system orchestrates the processing by marshalling the distributed servers, running the various tasks in parallel, managing all communication and data transfer between the various parts of the system, and providing for redundancy and fault tolerance. Example of the implementation of MapReduce that is inspired from functional programming map and reduce, so that Google can generate distributed file system with very scalable. One example is Google Big Table that manage big data. Next steps of MapReduce. Step 1 is map process. The map will process the input data in the form of files stored in HDFS or head-up distributed file system. Step 2 is reduce process. The reduce process is composite stage of the shuffle stage and the reduce stage, so it's called the reduce phase. This stage process input from the result of process map, then shuffle and reduce phase with result of new dataset will be saved back in HDFS. Next advantage of MapReduce. 1. Scalability. Where the MapReduce process is able to accommodate large data in many servers. 2. Cost-effective solution. Because processing data in a large scale, the use of MapReduce allows storage and processing of data becomes more affordable and can be used at a later time to save costs. 3. Flexibility. MapReduce programming can be used because it has access for its data such as structured or not. 4. Process more faster. Faster data processing even with large data volumes due to the storage of distributed files that implement the mapping system. 5. Security. MapReduce works with HDFS and edge-based security that only users agree to operate on are stored in the system. 6. Parallel process. MapReduce divides tasks by execution in parallel so that the processor in charge will run the whole program in short time. 7. Availability. Providing quick and automated recovery solution in case of failure of any data sent across the network affecting a particular node, there will always be other copies accessible at any time. The last one is simple programming model. Programmer can develop MapReduce program to handle tasks more easily and efficiently. One of them MapReduce in Java language. And now about NoSQL. NoSQL is a non-relational database management system different from traditional relational database management system in some significant ways. To define NoSQL, it's helpful to start by describing SQL, which is a query language used by RDBMS. NoSQL is also referred to as a approach for data processing and database design for distributed data with a very large set. Now deficiency and advantage about NoSQL. Deficiency about NoSQL. 1. NoSQL is known to have expensive hosting, so need to spend more for hosting the database NoSQL. 2. To use NoSQL database, don't just learn or use just one of the few examples of NoSQL database. If there is a transfer from one database product to another NoSQL product, then the user must learn other NoSQL products from scratch because each product has a variety and form of storage format different. Advantage about NoSQL. 1. NoSQL able to accommodate structured, semi-structured, and unstructured data efficiently on a large scale. 2. In caching or manipulating data, NoSQL use OOP method. 3. NoSQL doesn't recognize table schema with rigid data format, so NoSQL is very suitable on unstructured data. 4. The existence of the term auto-sharing, where the database NoSQL run on multiple servers, then the data will automatically spread evenly throughout the server.
Hi, my name is Biyanka Pinasthi. Here I discuss about the basic concept of NoSQL. Theorem. Everywhere states that NoSQL is based on theorem that is the selection of two of the three aspects that must be met by the database. An example, consistency, availability, and partition tolerance. Consistency, availability. How a system is in consistent state after the execution of an operation. 2 is a consistency of partition tolerance or CP, means that interpret as the ability of the system to continue to operate with the network partition. The 3 is availability partition tolerance, means that the system shall be designed and implemented in a way that allows it to continue operation. Basic concept NoSQL. What are the basic concepts used in NoSQL? Here are 4 basic concepts used in NoSQL. Number 1 is non-relational. A non-relational database is any database that does not follow the relational model provided by a traditional relation database management system. MapReduce. MapReduce is a programming model adapted from the functional programming that is implemented to process a very large dataset. In MapReduce, there are 6 process data flows, that is input, splitting, mapping, sampling, erasing, and finalization. And the 3 is schema-free. A schema-free database is a database with its data can be stored without a previous structure, like type of data, length of data, etc. And number 4 is horizontal scaling, also referred to as scale-out, is basically the addition of more machine or setting up cluster or a distributed remote for your software system. This usually requires a load balancer program, which is a middleware component in the standard free-tier client-server architecture model. Relational data model NoSQL. NoSQL databases are often categorized under 4 main types. Some databases are mixed between different types, but in general they fit under the following main categories. Number 1 is a column store database. A column store database is a type of database that stores data using a column-oriented model. In a column store database, the columns in each row are contained with that row. Each row can have different columns to the other rows. They can be in different order. Then can even have different data type, etc. The second is a document store database. The document store database use a document-oriented model to store data. A document store database stores its records and its associated data within the single document. Each document contains the semi-structured data that can be queried against using various query and analytic tools of the DBMS. The documents in the document store are usually XML or JSON, but some DBMS use other languages such as Bison, Yang, etc. The third is object-oriented database. Is a database model in which information is represented in the form of object used in the object-oriented programming. And the final type is a graph database. Graph database is a graphical model to represent and store the data. Graph databases are an excellent choice for working with connected data. Data that contains lots of interconnected relationships. Graph databases are very well suited to applications like social network, real-time product recommendation, network diagram, fraud detection, access management, and more. Thank you for watching this video.